Good afternoon, whoever is there. I'll change this chat box setting. Better. So make sure the chat box is working, I suppose. Hello, straightforward hello. Yeah. So I've already got, I think I've got the trainer up and running. I'm just going to put the trainer on now. Let me just actually, just to make sure. Go to Facebook. It's a bit off on that one. Oh, there we go. There, okay. So, we're running. So I'm just going to put the trainer back to the beginning and then I'll bring it up on the screen. Hello. Hello?
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 Hello, I know you're just going live. Look at your Just Given page.
All right, okay.
Okay, alright, I'll go back to the screen.
All right, okay. Right, I'll
bye.
do that in a sec. Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay. Bear with me, I was having to piece this all together now. Okay. Right. I'll just get this up because I've got to do this. Elite trainer. Elite trainer. Elite trainer. Done. Right. So we are afternoon, Joe, who's just been on the phone to me. So I've got to do something. I've got to get rid of all of that. Let's do it this way. I've got too much on my phone. I can't really see what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, that's better. I'll do it that way because that's the easiest way. I'll look at it as I'm somebody else. I've got to search for it. So welcome everybody. So as you can see, we've got a cyclist who can't make up his mind at the moment. I've seen this bit at the beginning. He gets going in a minute, don't you worry. I've got to keep pedaling for him to get going. So and I've got no signal. Come on. I think he's waiting for traffic, but of course if the bike doesn't move when there's the filming, it's done on the time lapse in miles, average miles. So yeah, here we go. We get going now, and then I think he nearly gets run over by a car. There you go. That's as far as I've seen on this. I just tested it out on this one. So we're in Japan, but apparently I've just got to go on my Just Giving page. Richard John Young is always the easiest way to find it. Comes up. Oh, there's no other Richard John Youngs. There we go. Charity bike ride going nowhere. Ah, I see why she wanted me to look. Because we have just we've hit the landmark. Oh. I was hoping you could do it tomorrow. Now's as good a time as any. I've got nobody watching, so I'll announce it in a bit. We'll get going for a few miles, and then I'll update. Let's say that's probably the best way to say what I'm going to do. So I've added you there. And then I need to add, that's a nice figure. Cool. Thank you for the update, Joanna. I won't mention it yet, but I will, obviously. So, what is this bloke doing? I should have watched this a bit more. I'm going to go back to the beginning again. I want to see the beginning of this because it looks quite cool. I'm just going to put you guys on back soon. Right, and then I can bring this. Oh, that's probably not the best thing to do really back, but it's done the job. Bring that round like that, and I see my hand. I like to be able to see my hand. I don't like people think that I might be cheating and I don't know, like have a accelerator or something. So the next thing I need to do is get this. That's amazing, isn't it, Joe? Eh? We've got a little secret between us. We have me and Joe. Okay. How does it do that? You're going to miss it again if I'm not careful. It's asking me for my all the detail things for Facebook. It doesn't remember Facebook on this tablet for some reason. It remembers YouTube, but not Facebook. Right. Right. So it's nice this one because he's on a proper bike. I think it might be. No, it won't be the same person, will it? That was a different place altogether. I need to put that peg on that door in a minute. I want it to stay open because it's nice and cool at the moment. Right, that's better. I need a coffee. My throat is killing me for some reason. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, yeah. Just put Facebook a little bit behind now. I think it's just caught up. Yeah, it has. It's not that far behind now. It's very difficult to tell because there's a lot of white cars that look exactly the same. But we're only 1/10 of a mile out. So right, so I need multi-stream on. We had a few viewers at the beginning and then they've all gone. I like the road markings with the arrows. Makes it very obvious. Although they're driving on the same side of the road as us, aren't they? So, but if they weren't, if you were coming from another country that drove on the other side, it would be kind of quite easy to remember. So this is, I'm guessing it's Kasumigaura, Kasumigaura Bay, or that area. Above and slightly, so north and slightly west of, no, north and slightly east of Tokyo. North and slightly east of Tokyo. Don't hit that lamppost. Stopping for a Coke. Gone the wrong way. Yeah. Thank you, wifey, for liking the stream. So it's no heroic distance tonight, just a bit of fun. Get myself ready for tomorrow. I'll put some announcements up there as well. So I can announce now, and then Jo can say what she thinks. Timings wise, obviously we have to bear in mind that this streaming is definitely not an exact science. So there's a lot of arounds and abouts and an approximately and an ish and all that. But so the ride I've split into 4 stages so I can have breaks. There'll kind of be a bigger break between the second and third, and smaller breaks between the first and the second and the third and the fourth, obviously. Just like that little kind of refreshment breaks. Whereas the other will be slightly bigger. So the time is something. So for the first 2 stages, with a little break in between, but I mean that will be very short, I think. Unless it goes really well, then it can be slightly longer. That's why the brakes are there, is that I can make, I can adjust the brakes to keep the times roughly right. Starting about 11, or starting at 11, as long as everything goes okay. So if I can get it set up by then. And then finishing by 2:30. So that's the first 2 stages. And then the second 2 stages, starting at 3:30, obviously depending on, and finishing about 6. How does that sound? Yeah. And there aren't going to be many hills, I don't think, because this follows the bay round. So of course everything's about water level. So while I've got your attention, then I'll show you, I've got some little pictures. I haven't got many pictures of this, obviously, because it is a picture. There's no point in showing you pictures of something that's already a picture. But there's a map on there. I'll put it on anyway and explain. The map shows you roughly where it is in Japan. I'll explain that when the map comes on, because it's actually pointed to 3 places on Japan. So I'll explain. It's the one underneath, not the ones near the top. So let's see if this will work. Japan. So that's the bay that we're going around. We're going around the sort of left-hand end of it, bottom left-hand end kind of thing, the bit that sticks out the furthest left. And there's that red point. Oh yeah, it's a different map. That little red bit is roughly where it is in Japan. And there's another view of the lake, basically, from kind of bird's eye. Yeah, so we're going around a bit, I think, that's nearest to Canberra, in that kind of area. They call it a bay, but it doesn't look as, I think there's a channel to the sea. But in a way, I'd say it's a lake more than anything, but it probably is salt water because it's got a channel going to it, obviously. I think we may be going over that bridge. There's not a lot to show on this, really. I've got two stages that go around this area. One that goes very higgledy-piggledy, so I think that goes kind of into the town area around the lake, because it's not as long as this one on the length of the red line, but it's kind of squiggly and it's longer in miles. So that's it. That's Kasumanchuingongong to Kasuman Kaba Kasum Kas Kasumig Kasumigura Kasumigaura Kasumigaura. Get used to saying it naturally. Where's the video? I'm gone. I'm going how to video right. Yeah, so I've got as much prep work as I could. That's why I was kind of later starting. I probably wanted to today. So I've kind of been just on the computer, getting as much of the stuff ready. And that's also why I'm still in the shed, even though it's quite a nice day out there. Although it did just start spitting me rain as I thought about getting the stuff out. And Linda and I kind of thought, I've lost my stream, so I'm not talking at the moment. Oh, you're going again. Linda and I thought there's no point in getting everything out. Well, there's the windmill. If you Google this area, you'll see your pictures of that windmill, so it's obviously quite significant. Yeah, there's no point getting all the stuff out the day before the big one tomorrow. Just adds a lot more time and hassle. So I thought, do this now. I can put it to bed and then start getting it all ready tomorrow. I'll probably do a little bit of prep on it, as in putting the things back in their boxes, as in the green boxes that keep the sun off them, because it's all kind of open at the moment in here. And we're thinking, although it's only 50% chance of rain, it kind of makes sense to put the gazebo up, just because of the hassle if it just suddenly decides to rain. You've got to stop the stream, get everything inside, at least you can carry on. And if it doesn't rain, it doesn't rain. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. The only thing that I lose out on is a bit of a suntan. Had a bit of a internet hiccup, but it seems to be back on track. Let's just get rid of Okie dokie. I was going to come out in my kimono dressing gown, wasn't I? I forgot about that. Get caught in the chain. Do they just not have hills? Suits me though for cycling. I'll go there. Get cycling. Well, this road's in better condition outside this one. I think just as you popped off, Joe, the reason why I said I'd start the Cyprus one, finish that and then go on to this one. Only a few minutes after you popped off, it did that thing where it won't go any further, where it stops, and even if you move it along on the video, it won't do it, so it come to its own end. So obviously the end of the ride is corrupted. So it was a good place to stop anyway. Linda just got back. The ride wouldn't go any further, so worked out quite well. Again, it was just nice, especially with the challenge tomorrow. And this is the first time I've done this many days in a row without a break. I think it's a good thing to have a couple of rides like yesterday and today that are kind of just easy, just keep the legs moving, stop them stiffening up, but not taking too much energy out of them. Sun's come out in Japan. Sun always shines on TV. Big in Japan. Alphaville, big in Japan. Hello, Mr. Jogger. Oh, I rode quite close to him, didn't I? I'm guessing this isn't a vehicle road. Ah. Only today's been okay. It's just been setting up everything. Nothing's really gone drastically wrong. Most things have sort of gone right. It's just been a lot of work put into getting this one set up. I have minimum amount of work to do tomorrow. Tomorrow literally is just the physical setting up, really, I think. I've got one more little slideshow that I might put together this evening, but I might not. I'm not sure about it yet. And yeah, the only annoying thing I found is I've just got onto the trainer on this, and it tells you how many hours and how many miles you've done, which has been really nice for me, because obviously I got the trainer and all I've done is this, so I know the official amount of miles that I have done on this ride, which obviously is more than the miles up at the top, but also the amount of hours, and the miles is still okay, but the hour thing seems to have gone crazy, and it now has a minus figure of, like, I don't know, 1,000 odd hours or something like that, so which doesn't relate to anything. In fact, some of the decimal points, there's more decimal points, obviously it should only be 2 on a time thing, shouldn't it? You know, 2, 2 and 2, and some of them have got 3 and 4, so that part of the program seems to have gone haywire. Whether it will fix itself, I don't know, but now, yeah, I don't know how many hours I've done, which would have been nice to know. Have to go back over all the streams and count them. That doesn't tally up either, because obviously those bits that have been deleted. Is it legal to ride on the pavements in Japan? Not many people on today. Well, not anybody on today by the looks of it. So, Joe's on Facebook, so let's see if multi-stream's working on YouTube. Yeah, that's on multi-stream, that's cool. I've had to add a lot more chat windows to various pages, so it's a bit nerve-wracking considering what's happened over the last couple of days, but it seems to have stabilised itself at the moment. It's nice round here, isn't it? Even the industrial areas are a bit green. want to move over, did he? We'll try to squeeze between them. It's leaking. Why is it leaking? No, it's because there's water trapped in the bottom bit. Well, going to leave it to about just gone 5:30, Joe. Make the announcement then and change the figure. Because there'll be people that maybe are thinking that I'm starting at 5:30. Anybody that I announce today will get announced tomorrow anyway, because it's not a proper ride. So all the people that have donated, which is quite a few, I'll re-announce them tomorrow, because there'll probably be other announcements to make along those lines. They like their fishing. Well, I suppose they would. They like a lot of fish, don't they? I haven't thought about. You like lots of things with lots of fishing, then you probably like fishing. Catch tonight sushi. Can't get much fresher than that, can you? Phew. Nearly. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yay. I just have to try that. I like this ride. It's because it's yeah, a little bit of everything, and everything's just that little bit different to how we would see it normally, or you know, the buildings, the way the roads are done. Not what I was expecting. It's like I thought it would be Breathe in. So I was watching the wrong one then. Already breathed in on the other one. It's yeah, I was thinking that things would be very kind of Japanese in their own way, and it's kind of like there's like it's got a little Western feel to it, but in an original kind of quirky way. So you know that it's a different culture in a very different area of the world. It's cool. I guess there's there'll be different, there'll be other areas, so the older areas of towns and things like that are very traditional. I suppose that's what you expect from a place like Japan or China, places like that have moved on a lot basically over the last, say, 100 years. They're very much into their traditions, but they're also very much into modern living and modern technology and that kind of stuff, aren't they? So we're going behind the Brunel Centre. So we started on a hill and that was it. I can't see the figures to work out the amount of elevation. You can see that on the figures when you first start off. There's a page that comes up that shows you some of the statistics, and I think that shows you the elevation difference, which is kind of when you're doing a cycle ride, that's what you're always looking at. It's not how high you go, it's how much climbing you have to do. So hopefully this one will go to the end. If it doesn't, it doesn't, Maybe that's somebody telling me. If it doesn't go to the end, if it does look like some of the others have done where it stops at a certain point, then maybe that's somebody telling me that that's as much as you need to do today. I need to do a certain amount of miles because obviously I want to break the 1400. So I definitely want it to be up to at least 1370, if not a lot more. Colourful. Those pink bushes. Thank you for liking the stream, Joanna. You give me hope. Until the morning come. I love that song. Ooh, off down a footpath again. I just use that word in a song. Give me hope, Joanna. Let's hope so, Nick. Hello, Nick. Welcome to today. A very talented wife you have. Especially as she sent the email saying, oh yeah, by the way, Joe, so you really thought that the picture was good. She said, obviously it's just an A4 version of it, and the big one will be much more detailed. So I can't wait to see it. How are you, Nick, today? How are you fitting things into the stream of life? PayPal sent me an attachment. Has PayPal sent me an attachment? Oh. Okay. Might be the last one of that. We're in Japan, by the way, Nick. Kasumigaura. I'm definitely saying that wrong because it doesn't sound very Japanese when I say it. Although that would be the Western version of it anyway, because obviously it's spelled completely differently. Oh, that's nice. Wish them all the best from me. They don't know me, but doesn't mean I can't wish them the best. Well, maybe they do, I don't know. Sometimes it happens like that. We've had some friends around, you don't know them, they're saying, oh yeah, used to work with that, so blah blah blah, But obviously not. I don't know no one and nothing. I don't know nothing. Got water on the wrong side. Oh, paddy fields. Something I do recognise. We've had rice 2 out of the last 3 days. So we had pasta yesterday because I made a carbonara. So I guess they're still going ahead. Are they going ahead with the wedding? Due to get married today, so I guess not. Luckily my daughter's isn't for another year, so. Oh, zoomed around that corner. I did it no-handed. Got to stop. Give it a break. If you turn the video off, it's going to do that. Well, I've got to keep pedaling, otherwise it will just stop anyway. So we won't get anywhere. So I've got to keep pedaling to make him move. Well, Nick, it's funny you should ask that. Paddy fields, you see, are so called no idea. No. Paddy fields are called that, not from Japan, from Malaysia. The word paddy, P-A-D-I, in Malaysia means rice. So they're just rice fields as far as Malaysians are concerned, and that's where, and it's carried on from that. There's a lot of them. That's a lot of rice. They don't belong to Uncle Ben. That's proper rice. If you could double up and have like rice fields and a trout farm. I wish you haven't seen me perform in a quiz. A mind full of all the wrongful information. A mind full of all the wrong information is what I have, I think. That would describe me quite well, actually. I know a lot of stuff, just none of the stuff that I need to know. I could answer 10 out of 10 questions. Unfortunately, everybody always seems to ask me the 11th one. So I think tomorrow we've kind of got a steady 15 and 10% chance of rain. So I think because of that, the gazebo is going to have to go up. Especially being out the front. At the back I can always chuck stuff into the shed, you know. Kind of got like 6 grand's worth of equipment riding on it. Maybe not raining, it's not a good idea, so I have to kind of cover all bases. Oh. Ah. E. Ah. Ooh. Okay. So this is telling me that this one is going to pack up at that point. So we have done 8.3 miles. I'm going to try and start it again, but I don't think it will. Sorry about that, that's the wrong button. And try and start the trainer, move it on to 10 miles and see what happens. But if it's anything like the other ones, what's happened is that obviously gets to a certain point, there's only so much of it working properly. And if that's the case, well, look at the other one. I'll go on to the other one for a little bit, which is the same place, just a different route. So. What's that one? No, there we go. That's okay. Right. I'm going to put you onto the Be Back Soon screen for obvious reasons. For obvious reasons, which may not be so obvious to everybody, but back in a sec. Back in the room, same area, different roads. Some of the roads might be the same actually. I want to do more than 8 miles. What did we do? 8.3. .3 just plus There we go. Right, in 10 minutes I'll be making an announcement. I'm changing something. And it's not my underwear. Oh. I'm a bit close to him. Door doesn't usually need to be wedgeable. Somebody's moved a load of stuff here. There was nothing in the way of the door or the bike. No, there's a lot in the way of the door and the bike. That'll do. That'll do, pig. It's going to be very difficult to work out, but I should try and do And mileage takes to a round number, so it's easy to work out tomorrow when we pass the 1400. I'm going to leave 10 miles or 20, something like that. See if I can work it out. So, oh, that's good because the 8.3 makes it 72. So if we did 8 miles, that'll make it 80. That leaves 20 to do. Sounds good. Could do more, but you know, I'm not going to do 18 to make it 10. No, that's good, I think. So if we do exactly 8 miles, that leaves 20 miles then. That will put us on 1380 dead. Sounds good. So very soon. Well, we've got 8 miles. Well, we've got 7 miles to go yet. Wow, that was close. Dead on 1:45, announcement will be made. People will just have to watch it. I'm going to do it, there's a little eye thing I can use as well. So I'm going to try that. I practiced with it the other day on the OBS system. Just taking something off and bringing it back in one flash rather than it coming back as it's being written. What are you doing? We've got to get across the road. Ooh, dodgy. Right. So while he's crossing the road, bear with me. Bear with me, bear with me. So, landmark moment, big announcement. We've had a few donations in. Some of them are already on. Some of them are coming today. So, I need to say a thank you to Rob Walmsley, somebody that Linda works with. So thank you very much for your donation. Anonymous, and I put my name and stuff, so it's definitely somebody that knows me. I have put a note in there, thank you, to say, I don't know if you realise, but you didn't put your name up there, so please message me back so that I can thank you personally, because it's nice to be able to do that. So Mr. Anonymous, who said something like, bit late joining the party, but something. If that's you, let me know who we are, because I'd like to get a thank you. Abby Scuts, there you go, Joe, one of your muckers. Thank you very much for your donation. I hope you like my humorous reply and it didn't offend you too much. So, and Sharon Millie, which is another work colleague of Linda's, and thank you very much. It's very kind of you. And then, so those who were on the board already anyway, but as some of you may know, if you don't know, then you've probably been living under a rock for the last couple of weeks, but well, last couple of days, sorry. Jo has organised a raffle because she had some Avon stuff, and she raffled that off. And with her raffling skills and powers of persuasion, and a little bit, I think she chucked in herself, she raised a figure which kind of works out really well, because obviously we're doing 55 miles tomorrow, which is a mile for every year that I've been here, and she managed to raise £55, which is extremely amazeballs. So, without, I'm gonna keep using this word. I get embarrassed when I keep saying without further ado, because I don't even know what it means. But without further ado, I'm going to reveal where we're at with the donations now. And it doesn't fit on the screen. So I'm going to have to move it over. Oh, there, it's revealed. It's revealed itself. That means I've got to move that one over as well. God, look, see, we can't even fit our own figures on the screen anymore. It's so big. There we go. We have reached the 1,000. We are past the 1,000. £1,005. And I don't think it's going to completely stop there, because we have Teresa's picture, and maybe we'll make a little bit of money on Sunday as well. So thank you, everybody. I didn't think in today's climate that we were ever going to reach that figure, but we have done, and that is all thanks to you guys. I just do the peddling, you guys do the hard work. £1,005. Can't argue with that, can we? Thank you, Anita, in all those ways. Thank you for saying absolutely fabulous, well done, and thank you for all your contributions. Money, support, the whole lot. The full Monty. Oh, and when I say Anita, I mean Anita and Ed. Because they're kind of both talking. I always find it weird when the name comes up. And of course, it's the same with like Matt and Lucy. So you kind of have to try and picture yourself talking to two people when somebody's name comes up. But thank you, both of you. And thanks to Joe and Shaun. Rather than just saying Joe. Shaun is all part of that. Thanks, Ed. They're a separate entity now, just to prove it. Yeah. We're not quite stopping yet anyway, so... a couple of weeks' time we'll have an auction. A couple of 3 weeks, depending on. And what else will we have? So I'm going to have to maybe do like a stream a week or something like that, as it kind of fits in with getting back to normal life. Thanks, Shaun. It came up on there before it came up on there. It was weird. I thought, oh, there's a message from Shaun, and then it's on there. Love you too, mate. Oh, look, we're passing that windmill that we passed on the other one. Cool. Unless it's just a different windmill that looks exactly, and they end up building all exactly the same. It's moving as well. It's a working windmill. I think it might be a different one because this is definitely a different road approaching it. I've got the things on the side. Like, how's your stream working? The one on this tablet, I know this tablet's a pile of pants, but it's freezing about every 3 seconds. I think I'm going to get back to YouTube. YouTube's much better to watch it on, for me anyway. Let's get out of that one. See whether this one's better. Right. So, if everybody's okay with that, I'm going to stop this stream when we hit dead on 8 miles, because if I add the two together and add them onto the mileage there, that will leave exactly 20 miles left until the 1400. Just so I can kind of keep an eye on when we hit the 1400 miles, because that's, for me, that's a milestone as well. So I kind of, well, not set myself straight away because I didn't know I was going to do that many miles, but I think I've got my maths right. 8 plus 8.3 plus 1363.7 equals 1380. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. Very difficult to do maths thinking cycle at the same time, but I'm pretty certain that's right. If it's not, it's not. It doesn't matter. But it seems a good point to stop. Don't want to blow myself out for tomorrow. I don't know how tomorrow's going to feel. Never been past that point. I know I'm going to be doing it in spurts, which is so that's kind of going to be much better. And it's just nice to have a nice Saturday evening with Linda as well. I do love her. And thank you, Linda, for everything. You've had to put up with this for a long time. Soon you'll have to put up with me instead. Oh, should we go? No, carry on riding. Go in the shed. Go away. That'll be a week later. I've had enough of you. Get in the shed. Go where you belong. And probably I should also mention, YouTube. Actually, I won't mention it because I need to concentrate on. It's gone very dark. I don't think I can go brighter. I don't think it... Oh no, it does. That'll do. It's bright enough. That is possible. What was I about to say? Can't remember now. Oh yes. I think most people anyway know, but we also have had some bit of media coverage. I can't say it's produced fruit yet, let's say, because I know where most of the donations have come from, except Mr. Anonymous yesterday. But by the way they spoke, they obviously already know me. But maybe there's kind of a delayed reaction with those things, so maybe there'll be another big wad coming in over the next few days, which I think is why, with the permission of my good lady, we do a little one every now and again just to keep it going, because I can keep the Just Giving page open, that's no problem. Just need to keep a little presence there. So pick one day a week when it's my day to have a ride, kind of thing. Yeah, I suppose it'd just be like having a bike ride, wouldn't it? So I'm going out for a bike ride every Thursday evening or something, I don't know. But we can work that one out, see how it goes. So we'll get through tomorrow and work out what we do from there. We certainly need to have one night when we're doing the auction for the painting anyway, so even if it's just the one-off. But yeah, so we've had a bit of media coverage, which again was a bit of a slow burner. Nobody seemed really interested in it. Probably nobody believed I'd do it. But we now have Brighter Futures have put a big wad of stuff on their website. They, as soon as I said I was doing it for them, they cottoned on very quickly and they did lots of stuff. Really nice to talk to them as well. I guess you'd expect that from people that work for a charity like that, but they all seemed really nice people that I've spoken to. And then on top of that, the Salvation Army Ewan has put a lot of work into getting these people to kind of stand up and listen. So thanks, Ewan. He's the press coordinator officer for our area. So he's put it out to various people. We may even get something from the BBC yet. He said that he's put stuff out to them and they may get in contact before Sunday or during Sunday. But we're now on the ITV is it ITV West Country? I think it is, isn't it? ITV West Country TV on the web page, not on the telly, but they have a web page with all their news stories, and it's on that. So thank you to them for that. Also, the Swindon Advertiser took hold of the story and have put a very big spread in there. So again, thank you to them. And I think that they put the link on there as well, which is really good of them to do that. And of course, we had already had BBC Wiltshire put us on, which is an exciting day that one was. So yeah, so there's quite a bit of coverage lying around at the moment. So we can hope that it's not going to quite stop there, because pennies help. I don't know exactly how it works for Brighter Futures, but I would imagine that several lives have been saved through their money, and certainly I know for a fact that some of the money that goes to Gloucester House, pound saves lives basically on that. So so the more pounds we can get, the better. Move out of the way, mate. Oh, why is your dog not on a lead? And don't forget to pick up that poop. So yeah, it's been quite busy this week with stuff happening. And we've still got a big day tomorrow. Lots of feelings about that day. Apprehension, sadness, happiness. Really looking forward to it, really not looking forward to it. It's kind of like a bit of everything. I need to keep an eye on the mileage because I don't want to go past 8. If I do, then I do, but you know, just makes life easier for tomorrow. It means I'll go past, I think I'll probably, it's going to be roughly, well, if you split 55 in half, which I don't think I have done exactly. I literally went on a map and went on the first split, just tried to look at the line and go roughly in the middle, which obviously is never going to be exactly right in the middle because the road's windy, and then found a place to stop. But yeah, so but judging by, you know, if you say that the exact middle is 27.5, then we're going to be going past the 1400 mark on the earlier stages. For anybody who wasn't on earlier. This is the plan for tomorrow. So I split the 55 miles up into 4 stages. So there's going to be 2 stages, and then which will have a small gap in between, and then a bigger gap in the middle, and then the other 2 stages are going with a small gap in the middle, kind of thing. And this is my idea. So I'm going to start, hopefully, if I can get it all set up in time, by 11 o'clock and ride till about 2:30, with a break halfway, as I say, and then there'll be a break then at the 2:30 point, and I'll start again at 3:30, depending on what's happened, whether there's been problems with the stream or anything like that, and ride till about 6 o'clock, again with the breaks at halfway. So I try and basically aim at finishing at 6 o'clock. I think we all know that this thing is by no means an exact science, but that's my aim for the day. Right, I'm going to be, I'll be back, because I'm just going to take a little pit stop, and then I'll be back on the stream again. So I'll put you onto the be back soon stream. Right. See, YouTube's so far behind that I'm still out. Well, when I came back, I hadn't even left, if you know what I mean. So that's quite weird. I've now left. Quite a weird thing to get your head around, all of that stuff. I also have, just to keep us occupied, I got some put some pictures together for all of the stops, even though we're not officially stopping at them, if you know what I mean. So they're places to eat more than places to stay, apart from the last one. And so I'm going to be absolutely full by the time I get there if I eat all the things that are at these places. We're stopping at where are we stopping? Round Cookhouse Pub, Smoky Joe's and Birdie's Bistro. Meal in each one. A bit more urban than the other ride. Hope it doesn't stop before 8 miles, that's going to mess it up. If it does, then it does. I'm not going to find another ride and do it a little bit or anything like that. You can just work it out from it. I'm taking a push bike. See you, mate. Yeah, that's testing me, isn't it? Okay. That's why these ones are free and the other ones cost money. So, we haven't quite made the 8, so we're going to have to do 21.2 miles. To do it, but that's fine because we know we're doing more than that anyway. So I'm going to leave it at that. There's no point me starting another one up for a mile or two. So we have 8.3 and 6.8 to add on to the mileage. We've added the miles on, the money on, which is absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. It's looking like 10-15% rain. That's fine. It doesn't even have rain on the pictures on the weather thing. It's kind of sun with clouds. So yeah, I'll put the gazebo up just in case for the sake of the equipment. Which is a shame because it was a really nice sunny day. What I might be able to do actually is put the gazebo up. The tarpaulin detaches, so I can have it so it's just a frame around me, and then if it rains I can just spread the tarpaulin over. That's maybe the way to go about it. I hope you have a nice night at work, if that is such a thing. Well, no, I know it is such a thing because I have nice nights at work when I'm working. Just because it's night doesn't mean it's going to be horrible. Yeah. Yes, so thank you, Yasmin. Yeah, I've reached the target, and I will be outside tomorrow. 11 o'clock onwards with breaks in between. We didn't do any mileage thingy, so you're all winners, which you are anyway. You've got plenty of evening left. I haven't taken up your evenings, which I sometimes feel guilty about. So have a really nice Saturday evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Obviously not for the whole thing. I don't expect anybody to be there start to finish. You know, pop in and pop out as you wish, and let's look forward to it. Let's make it fun. So, love in abundance. Stay safe and peace out. Bye bye.